Hello Burning Man community and art lovers from around the world. My name is Dambo. I am known for building giant recycled wooden troll sculptures that I hide in forests around the world. And this here is my studio. I call it Rancho Dambo. It's in Denmark, and today I'll give you a tour. Over the last 11 years, I've made now 156 sculptures, like these ones here, or these ones here, or like this face here that's going to Wisconsin in 2 months, or like this one here that's going to London in 3 months, or like this one down here that's going to Burning Man in 6 months. It's gonna be called Rose Wonders. So it sits like this here, and then you can walk up the staircase and come up and stand up in the hands like this. So my idea was that this is like a little child that's sitting in a forest looking and wondering about what is this butterfly that sits on my finger. But instead of that, it's a human looking at a butterfly, it's a troll looking at a human.
Time is money, then I'm a waste of time. It's crazy when an ATM will make you wait and dine. I never chase the dime, cause money fades to shine. I'll take a cheap cold beer over the...
Right now the sculpture is taken apart because the whole sculpture, it comes apart in 46 pieces. Because after the festival I don't want to burn it. Instead I'll try and find a place for it to go after the festival.
I'm a dumpster diver. I'm the son of a dumpster diver.
And all the hair is made out of all these branches. So we've had a lot of volunteers that have helped me collect all these branches from different places in Denmark. All my stuff is made out of leftovers, waste, trash, and all the cladding of the Burning Man troll here comes from a playground company in Denmark. It's all this like shells and first cut in robinia tree that they don't need. So we're using that for the fur. And then it's some water damaged larch wood that is all the cladding of the arms. And this here will be the opening into the staircase. So the hair will then drape down here on each side of the staircase so you can come inside here. And then you can walk all the way up here, to the top. And then you can come all the way up here on the hands here, and then you can look into the face of the giant.
I'm the son of a dumpster diver. And my mama's...
All right, but let me show you my workshop. It's right over here. I got the hoarder disorder. I'm borderline, but my mom says I'm sort of fine even though I collect Indian hoods and porks from a porcupine. I'm a dumpster diver. This here's my workshop. And my workshop, we renovated it some 4 years ago. And then we insulated it on the outside, and I took like all these old like aluminum billboards and I chopped them up, and now I call them for dragon shingles, and they are then covering my entire workshop and studio. Come on inside. So 20 years ago I was a graffiti painter, and all my friends started to get really big fines. See, this here is actually the hair of the Burning Man troll. We got really big fines, and I figured I don't want to have a big fine also. So I found a whole bunch of recycled wood, and then over the next 5 years I made some 7,000 street art birdhouses and hung them up all over the place. Here in my workshop we're building a couple of smaller trolls right now. You can see the feet here. This one here will be standing and holding the tip of the tail in the edge of a forest. If you follow the tail, the 700 feet long tail, then you'll find the mother sleeping in the other end. I bring the heads, and I bring the feet, and I bring the tips of the fingers out into the forest, and then I finish it all out into the forest. And all the designs I made up here in my studio office, and then across the suspension bridge in the Wizard Tower. And this here is my wizard tower. It was supposed to be an office, but now I just collect things like this propeller here from when I built the Troll's defender steel. We put it into a threaded rebar and into a screw machine, and then we sailed across the pond to the island where we built the Troll. Or this rabbit pelt here, because we were really hungry and we found a roadkill rabbit, and then we barbecued it one late night after building a Troll. And then I can sit down over here, where I can sometimes sit, maybe read a little bit in my book, or think about how I could make my own cool little miniature recycled Troll at some point. What about, should I maybe make like a Troll just all out of bones? Maybe from a butcher? I could collect so many bones it could be. There's so much stuff that's just getting thrown out, and I love to write stories and make it into big and amazing installations. But let me just show you one more thing. Currently, I have a sculpture called something like the pocket lint Troll. In Danish, like pocket lint is called pocket wool. So I've decided that I want to make a statement sweatshirt. A sweatshirt that's knitted of people's pocket lint. So people are collecting pocket lint for me, and people have different interpretations of pocket lint, but you can see here, like all of this thing here is that people have collected for me through my Troll that's collecting it. Then I will have a sweater knitted by other people's pocket lint, and then I will wear it proudly through the world when I'm like marching on to promote recycling. So send it to me if you got some. One of the things that always happens when you're a recycle artist, it is that you become a magnetic to other people's trash. So all people, they write me like, hey, can you use this old graffiti wall or this old ceiling or whatever? And then people bring it here, and then I get a lot of stuff. And I can't say no because I got the hoarder disorder, like I just said. And here you see like a lot of other stuff that I collect, like all the pallets, like all these like cable drums and stuff like that. I like to just collect it all, and then we get it into the shop and I turn it into different sculptures. You see here, more. So I have 8,000 of these wheels. So if somebody out there have a great idea for what to use thousands of these wheels for, then let me know. Up here is probably the most important building at the whole property. It has a special name. We call it for the Bodega. So you can see what's going on in here. Yeah, so this is the Bodega, and this was one of the first things I built after I moved out here. And this stone here, it has a really special story. And this story, it is actually about Burning Man. Then I was gonna go and build a sculpture at Burning Man in 2020. The same sculpture that I'm bringing now in 25, but then the festival, as we all know, was to some extent cancelled, or at least the art program was cancelled. And I had gotten the honorary grant at that point of, I believe, $22,000 or something like that. So I decided to then, I have this $22,000, and Burning Man then told me, if you use them for something in the spirit of Burning Man, then you can keep the money. I decided to spend all the money buying all these big stones here, and then put the stones in a giant circle so that anybody who comes to visit can sit on the stones around a giant bonfire, because I felt like that is a lot in the spirit of Burning Man. Hello. Wow, strawberry cake. Somebody's birthday. Oh yeah, happy birthday. Thank you. Yeah, this is our breakfast buffet. We just made a new kitchen, and I think we achieved to make it some 90% recycled. And then also, I've made a gallery, so if you look behind me here, you can see all my different Trolls from the last like 10 years, all in these old frames on all the different walls. All right, but that's my studio here in Denmark. If you want to see my Troll at Burning Man, come and find it. Come and find me in my camp. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but look out for me. And if you want to volunteer and be a part of what I'm doing here in Denmark, then write me a DM. And otherwise, I see you at the Burn 2025. Peace.